microphone. Hello, everyone. Rock Knight, how are you guys doing? Have your game open since you're here early. How's development coming along? And if you're in chat now, make sure to give that a look sometime. This is their Rough Rush game that they're doing development on, and they stream a lot of that on Twitch. So also Rock Knight streams. Go check their profile. Give them a follow also. It's good to see you guys. I try to do a morning stream on Saturday, so I've been doing pretty good. You asked in chat. Mornings on Saturday mornings, I try to wake up early and do kind of a morning show for here in the States, which is the afternoon overseas for a lot of the other people in the people in my community who live over in Europe and in that kind of time zone area, so they can come and join in and be a part of this. And so that's Saturday morning, so that's where you're at right now. So every Saturday should kind of be here. I know that you guys stream all the time, like all the time now. You've been doing these marathon streams and doing development, so it's really exciting to be able to connect. Yesterday, Friday night, I do kind of a news show. Just I highlight a couple articles here and there that I see throughout the week. Sometimes it's like 10 minutes long, sometimes it's a half hour long, but it's really just like, here's the stuff I stumbled across this week when I was looking at news articles about the games industry. So it's not really me playing other stuff, it's just that. And then on Wednesday nights in the States, which is like 2 in the morning over in your guys' time zone probably, that's when I do my regular Get Played show where I play other people's games and stuff. So then, and I've been working on my own game in between that, so doing some stuff with Magic and Machines, so having a good time. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for keeping the tab open. Yeah, I'll try to catch you guys too more often. We were actually going to raid you, I think, earlier this week, but Twitch was going down because they're having some issue, and so we couldn't we couldn't get to your channel. We couldn't get to any channels. I couldn't raid anybody. It was really bad. It was really terrible. So today we're going to play some Optical Jam games. We'll do this whether people are here or not. The Dull Me was in channel and hangs out in our Discord quite a bit, so we'll probably give that a play first. And we'll start going through their other games that we didn't play just to kind of go through and check out all these entries for Optical Jam. And we'll talk about them as we play them. You might remember on Wednesday I played Ender Alley, which was really cool, and I also played Chroma Gear, which changed after we played it and gave some feedback. Tila Rosa changed it the same night, and actually, if we pop this open, I think I already have it downloaded. I can show you, go to my downloads, how it changed. It's actually really cool. Let's start with this, because we'll Chroma Gear build number 3. Nice. Showering. I just wake up and put a shirt on, so I'll do that later. Take it easy. Going out in 30 minutes. Getting food. So now if you change, you can see what color you are here, which is really nice. And then also the mouse changes. Like the whole game is so much more playable this way. And so if you remember the first time we played it, when we first entered it in the jam, or they first entered it in the jam, we had to use the mouse to come back down here and click, and then we grew what color we were on either. Now we can kind of... There's still an issue with once we get a spot that's kind of cleared off, we can just stand there and kind of blend that way. So the game's still pretty easy. But he said in Discord, or they said in Discord, that they have thoughts about how to deal with that. I'm trying to not say he when I don't really know if people are guys or girls, so bear with me as I correct myself. I try to use the word they. It's like an old habit from regionally where I grew up. So, if you saw the Wednesday show, I struggled greatly here. And it's a lot longer. I ran out of red ammo. Not for long. These are the last dudes. Boom. Yeah, they're really nice improvements. Alright. 8 out of 10. So the first time I played this game, I only had, I think like 4 out of 10 or 6 out of 10, and then I did worse the second time, I did like 4 out of 10. The third time I played it, after he made the updates when I wasn't streaming, I had 9 out of 10. And then now I'm 8 out of 10. But overall, like, it's really nice to be able to change these with the mouse or with the keyboard keys, right by where the movement keys are at. And then also having the mouse change is really nice. So, and then I did mention in Discord later on to Gio Rosa said that there's still this situation where I can stand here and there's no real threat once I've lost. Like you can lose one tower and then just kind of stay in that area and hover. But they said that they have a solution for that. So we'll see. We'll see where it goes from there. And I don't know that there was. Let's go to the game page. So that was version 4. There's a devlog here. Probably still on. Let's check it out. Version 2, yeah. So, interesting stuff. I'll finish game in August. Cool. So we'll follow it. We'll wait for updates. We are following it, so should be neat. All right. And put the. Sorry, everybody. I'm still waking up too, so I'm a little slow. There's the link to Chroma Gear if you want to check it out later on. All right, let's go back to Optical Jam number 5. Okay, we'll check out Color Shapes the World. And then here's the game that Mr. Boxbox submitted. They're in chat right now with us, so we'll throw that link in there too if you want to check out their game. Mr. Boxbox, if you've made any updates to that, feel free to let me know and I'll check it out. I haven't looked at my feed yet. I'll probably do that at the end of the show. But also, maybe I'll try to beat the game at the end of the show here. I'll give your game another go because I like it a lot. I got to the 4th level and I haven't played it since then. So I have this fear because of that time it crashed. I'm going to get to like the 4th level and it's going to go down when it does its procedural generation there. I'm a little worried, but we'll find out. Seeing red and blue and yellow. All right. So this is by @TrueRetroDev. The game page here. So he's done with that game. Word. Cool. Good stuff. Alright, seeing red and blue and yellow. A Smash TV style top-down shooter where you eliminate evil paintbrushes, rollers, paint cans. Each enemy has its own color. You might think fast to avoid their barrages and attacks and switch them correctly. Color weapons or you would make some mess. Let's check this out. Time to clean up this directory here. Leave Ender Alley. It's early. I'm drinking my first cup of coffee, so y'all need to be cool. Let's enter. Maybe. You push enter to start. So space changes the color. Shoot. Definitely has some weird sound effects there. Making the same shoot. It's probably these things here. That's the killer. There we go. That's what that noise was. New paintbrush. Tutorial complete. Get ready to make some mess. Exit the ruins. Let's make this a little bit bigger here for the stream. There we go. Alright. That's a little bit better. That instant ammo? I think I do. Or wait. Oh man, I lost them. I think that. I think the sound effects are louder than the music, so I can't turn it up loud enough to enjoy the there's options that can escape now. If I can turn the sound effects down, I can turn it up right now. The music sounds really good. I like when you hit the paint cans, how they show that they've been hit by all the enemies, really. Get ready for the next one. Alright. Time to use that. I also appreciate how different types of paintbrushes or paint cans have different attacks. It makes it fun to kind of strategize about what's going to happen. think the paint cans are really cute. I almost don't like those. They're like, I'm not really that good at this. Please don't feel me. Just and they got those eyes. And the rollers are kind of like shirts. So my health's regenerating at each wave it resets to 20. I was wondering if I was gonna die. Some cool AI on the rollers too. They kind of follow you, but they kind of don't. Interesting. I think I can fire off screen too. I can fire off screen also. At least it's there. I wonder how long this goes on, if it's endless. Oh, it's not endless. That's how long it goes on. Oh, man. The linens overcame you. So, overall, it's a pretty cool game. Had a lot of fun playing it. The enter key here is weird because you use spacebar in the next menu, so those two things should probably match up. Hey, welcome back. We just got done playing. We're playing Optical Jam games, Rock Knight, and doing a little bit of, I'd say, like subjective opinions, if you will, on the design. Constructive criticism, right? But the thing that I don't like here is like if I push enter, I then think that I have to push enter to go through this menu, but it doesn't do anything. Instead, I have to hit spacebar to play the game. The other thing that I'd say is the sound effects are a lot louder than the music. Those two things are kind of out of balance. So if the sound effects were brought down a little bit, I'd be able to hear the music and enjoy it. But because the sound effects are so loud, like I don't really want to turn it up a whole lot on the stream either. If you play this game or download it and check it out yourself, you'll see what I'm saying. But it's pretty loud. I like the interpretation of the theme, both in the menu and also in the way that the paint colors are coming into play with those three colors. It's kind of interesting. Definitely pretty cool. Pretty neat stuff. There's something else I was going to say too. I'm trying to think. Maybe the side profile of the rollers could be a little bit more thicker defined. At first, I didn't realize the rollers were. They looked like these thin brushes to me at first. I didn't realize it until they were looking straight down. That's it for seeing with red and blue and yellow. Overall, pretty fun experience. Pretty cool game. We'll go to the next one on the list. Back to Optical Jam. Find our way back. Alright, color shapes our world by the dull mean. Let's check this one out. This is pretty interesting. Alright, the game page. All music was from Ben Sound effects from VFXer, all models. I like VFXer a lot. VFXer is the, I think, Mac version of SFXer, which Dr. Pepper made for like Ludum Dare 11, I think. So if you ever go back to and then it was continued on forward by this person here. But very cool, great way to make sound effects for your games. All models were created in Inkscape, which is an open source graphic software. The game was used with Unity. The game engine used was Unity. All right, let's check it out. Here's a Windows build. I was like worried for a minute, like Apple build, Linux build, what? I have a Mac I could stream on, but it would take me a while to get set up. Here we are. Windows build is right here. So note, if you do come to check out this game, the Linux build and the Apple build are called out in 2 separate links above the regular download section. I'm not sure if the Dolme knows that you can add in the additional files, and they'll show the OS logos here in the configuration page of your jam. Your jam page, do that. Like this, it'll look like this. See? You get the Apple and the Linux guy and the Windows guy. So, back. Instead, he's got these links here, and then this. So, that's one thing I'd change if you get a chance. While we wait for this to download. My internet must be acting up this morning. Good stuff. And here's a link to Color Shapes Our World. I already put that in, didn't I? Yes, I did. Probably get some coffee after this and be back. Take like a 1 to 2 minute break after this game. It should go much faster. There. It's like that. That should be almost instantaneous on this connection. Here we go. Holding W makes you jump higher than if you just tap it. Rectangle is lying around a small den. Never desire to explore the world around it until if you decide to move using A and D. Then holding W makes you jump higher by tapping it. So a little bit. I don't know if you can hear this on the stream. Yep. It's a nice camera follow. Hey, here's the green stop sign. Rectangle determines if travel was blocked by blocks of red. And assume if they're the same color as him, rectangle can show a burst of identity using left mouse button to red blocks. If a mistake remains are not, so already starts the level. And then shoot. Interesting. A very slow moving bullet. It's neat. The background's also very interesting. It's in motion. Unique pieces. almost there. Something interesting about that level is that it made me want to go into that other area that I didn't go into. How long has it been since I seen the world? Rectangle asked. The entire place was a mess. I locked myself in a small den for over several years, isolating myself from the other shapes of the world. Almost. It kind of feels like a 2D Minecraft right now. Like a Terraria. It reminds me of Terraria a little bit. I'm like trying to get to some place that I've been. Alright. Here. Oh, that's neat when you shoot downward how they've done some of that stuff. Oh, there's green. Now what's past that stop sign? Who's this pesky shape and why is she here? Rectangle shouldn't trust this outsider. Couldn't trust this outsider. He would complete his adventure all alone. Use right mouse button to control different shapes. If you make a mistake, use R. Oh, look at that. Interesting. I feel like triangle jumps a little higher too. Oh, they can stack. Neat. Now it's turning into like a little bit of a puzzle game. See ya. Must be a timer on the bullets. There we go. sorry. Rectangle started to favor triangle. She was quite helpful certain times. She was special. Chance to show off his potential, and then triangle would adore traveling on his adventure. Oh, you can get up there. At first I thought it was too high. You have to shoot with triangle. The line made that harder than it had to be. You see this lip here? This is probably designed so that way if I push the block all the way against this wall, I could jump back and push it outwards. It's interesting. Excellently right put there. Designing for problems that can arise is a good thing to do. I'm absolutely sure that that's what was being thought of. Don't fall off. There we go. Now we're up here. Yeah, exactly. Save the player for themselves. Yep, see you later, Rock Knight. Thanks for stopping by. I have a very sensitive mouse, and it's very clicky. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is exactly where we would need that ledge. Okay, is there a way I can... So... Nope. You broke it. We can always push R to restart knowing what we need to do. There is... I'm trying to think of the game. There's a game that it's an old game, it's a retro game. It's a game from when I was younger. Let me think about it here. It might have been Sonic the Hedgehog, like 3, I want to say, where if you pushed a block against a wall and you jumped on it, if you pushed against the wall, your feet would actually push the block a little bit back out, so you could jump back down again and then get at it. It's actually, I think it's Sonic 1. I think it's the original Sonic the Hedgehog. Check it out sometime. Alright, this time I'm going to get the triangle on there first. This will be easier. And I have to be careful when I push this down. I almost need to switch the triangle here to offset the gravity that's going to happen when I knock this down. Yeah, there we go. So that's important. Otherwise, as you saw in the last attempt, we can get stuck. Alright, let's push these through here. Uh-oh, that might be a problem. Let's hope not. Yeah, like a wedge, yep. Yeah, Nanuker's saying everything. Exactly. I had the same thought. Yay, we did it, yay! Yay, rectangle! Oh, that's cool. I want that to happen again. I can't get it to happen again. How did I do that? Was it the speed I had? I hit rectangle and this pixel got underneath it and then you would do physics. It was really cool. Alright. Rectangle began to feel more connected to triangle, accomplished that he escaped his home. Triangle began to admire rectangle, grateful that she met someone new. They became more aligned on one another. Nor can I shoot these or jump here. Maybe I missed something. We shall restart. So I shoot from like right here, right where my player's head. Look at this. Haha. I didn't see that first. Maybe I just missed it. Damn. Uh-oh. I can almost make it up there. Huh. Alright. So I think what I had to do was I had one shot to realize that I had to move the triangle there. I like puzzle games, but I don't like having to restart from the beginning at the very end of a puzzle. Especially when it's something like just carelessness, like I didn't look at the entire scene there and try to solve the puzzle before I began. So there's some design challenges there, I'd say, and that's my opinion. Now, it might be, this is subjective, but that might be what somebody, oh, look at this now, barely can get in there. Like, if yellow falls down there, I think that's the end of the game. Like, I think I'd have to restart it again. I don't like the idea of restarting. I try to get players in situations where they can still attempt to solve the puzzles, but the punishment of restarting is not enjoyable to me. See if I can shoot that last piece. I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think the physics got. Oh man. Alright. So what we gotta do now is move. Don't go in. You have to land just like that. Actually, red can go here. Look at this. There we go. That works. A new one they thought, well, Rectangle said, how a new one they thought, well, Rectangle said, show us what skills you have. Circle was full of pride and optimism. His energetic attitude encouraged him to brag about all his achievements and abilities. So he's a champ. Circle fires faster too. It's neat that Rectangle fires slower and jumps a little bit lower. They all have kind of have unique traits. Oh no, he left Rectangle. I don't think that I have to really solve this puzzle all out. Hack my way up. Almost. There. So that puzzle, I think, maybe could be reworked a little bit with all three colors. If you want to have to use the abilities together. A journey's end. The gang adore each other. Nothing more could be asked for. They decided to find a beautiful flame and live on it. Staring at the horizon while pondering about future adventures. I hope there are future adventures, because once you get the blue guy, it feels like things are going to really ramp up with the difficulty and the puzzles. And it's kind of sad to think that this is the last level. Because I do want to play more right now. It's fun, and it's really neat. Let's explore. Just take a look here before we get any ideas. Just got one blue. Oh man, I did that. Jeez, I know what I want to do. I just can't get the right player. There we go. Don't move, guys. It feels like maybe they ran out of time for the jam and couldn't get extra levels in, because the game's really fun. Seriously, come on. Gotta go back and get rectangle because you can't jump that good. It's like the same kind of puzzle over again. Since rectangle is the worst jumper, we'll make sure that he gets over first. Circle next, so we're going to hit at the bottom. Again, it's the same puzzles repeated, and do a little triangle switch up here. Alright, there we go. That was it. Whoa, world they can't see. Hey, you can shoot still. Hey, you can still move. Not part of it. See you guys. Which one are you? We have gone off the screen. You don't really notice the other characters, but the shooting. It's actually slowing the movement. Pretty neat. Hey, good morning, Space Face. Hey, Chidilla Rosa. I replayed your game earlier on stream and showed the changes that you made. Pretty cool. Alright, let's talk a little bit about this game here. So, overall, it's really fun. A couple of things. It felt, in the end, when you got Circle, that there should be some really engaging puzzles with all three. Maybe where they're kind of... What I really liked was the levels where I was way away from Triangle. When I only had Rectangle and Triangle, and I had to take Triangle somewhere far away and do something with them, and then take Rectangle, move them somewhere else to do something with them. The multitasking feature of the game with the individual puzzles that come together in the end so that everybody can get to the goal or the finish line is really fun and engaging. But once you get Circle, it feels like that's kind of left behind or an afterthought, and it's more like stack in 3, then jump, stack in 3, then jump, stack in 3, then jump. So The really creative puzzles are before that happens, and I'm guessing that's probably due to time constraints with the jam and stuff. It's a jam entry. But it'd be nice to see more levels and more creative puzzles that involve that. The other thing that what I add, and this is completely subjective, this is my personal opinion. I hate having to restart games, especially when I'm at the end of a level, and start back from the beginning. Especially a puzzle game where I've already solved a puzzle, because then it just feels like a chore to get back to where I was before I made the mistake. And that happened to me once in I think the second or the third level, where I needed to use rectangle with triangle to jump with triangle to get to the finish, and instead I ran down like the tube at the pit with rectangle and immediately realized my mistake, but there was no way to correct it or rectify that problem without having to restart and redo all of the puzzle up into that point at the very end. So that was like, if I wasn't on the stream and I wasn't doing it for a game jam, I probably would have like stopped playing right there, because I was just like, ugh, really? I don't feel like doing that. So that's something to watch out for. Try to design puzzles in ways where you don't have to go back and redo the effort, because the fun is solving the puzzle, but once you've solved one of these puzzles, having to repeat that task again doesn't have nearly as much enjoyment. So that's the other thing I would say. Overall, though, it's really interesting. Nice use of simple quads and simple shapes and a nice little story. A lot of fun to change kind of characters around and stuff. So color shapes our world. Pretty fun. Thanks a lot. And I like the theme interpretation too, with those three colors, and I mean really just focusing off of those three items. Optical jam trees. Alright, the next one we'll play is Technochrome. Get this queued up. And we'll throw a link in chat. And I will return in a moment, so just give me a couple seconds here. I'm going to grab some coffee really quick from downstairs in my glass, because I'm waking up. It's early here in America, so I'll be back in a moment and we'll check this out. Give me like 2 minutes. Welcome back. Technochrome. Already linked it for our Optical Game Jam. If you're joining us, we're playing Optical Game Jam games. We're going to go through all the games that were submitted start to finish. We played a couple of those on Wednesdays with the developers, and then now we're just going to go through the list, whether they're here or not, and play through them. So check them all out. Usually we try to have people in chat. Make sure my mic's on here. We're all good to go, and we'll continue on forward. If you missed it yesterday, it's a small news show. It's about 30 minutes long. It's really short. Wednesday nights I do this show, and on Saturday mornings I do this show. So this is where I'll play your games. And if you make updates to your games and everything, feel free to let me know. Drop by Discord, show off your game in that channel. Any other projects you work on in the future. After your surroundings, alter your surroundings with the power of colors and discover as many secrets as you can until the end of this platform or puzzle. Controls, last, and then let's see, jump. It looks like space jumps, but in browsers, space also makes the page go down. So let's see if there's another jump key for us to use. Alright, let me think about this. What can I do? I'm trying to think of a way to play this game. Because we will not be able to jump. Otherwise, that's going to happen. Unless maybe I can zoom out. So my window won't scroll. There we go. Now I can see it, but it's tiny. Alright. So, yeah, W's not jumping. It could be my browser too. I'm using Firefox. I'm clicking on it, and I still scroll. Let me go and throw into... Open Google Chrome really quick. Oh, there it is. I don't see a full screen button. Oh, you mean an F11. That. Still doesn't, though. Yeah, play for Chrome. Here we go. Here's the full screen button. Hey, look at that. Oh, no, it's not anymore. No, Firefox released Quantum like a month ago. It's way better. Alright. It's way, way better. There we go. Chrome just kills my memory. Am I right? One, two, three. Alright, cool. So wall is a wall. The run animation is really cool. Ah, collected something. I really like the pixel art. The pipes look cool. The slime looks cool. I like a little bit of slime coming off the edge here too. The jumping feels a little, like, I don't know, I can't explain it. Something feels just a little bit not so tight about the jump controls, but the platform controls are really good. Like, this is what's sticky. Really nice. Oh no. Oh man. Oh boy. Now I'm gonna fly. Let's restart it. Broke it. Okay. I noticed it's almost like there's a delay from when I push space to when I actually jump. That's what feels weird. Could be me though. It could be me. I wonder why I can get up here. Like, why is this pipe here? What's up here? Why is this a thing? Because I could. I've already been on that side. It makes you think that there should be something that you need this for. I will not fall through the world this time. Oh, what? Something killed me? Alright, do I have to go back and get the other thing again? Is there checkpoints? The other thing is, this looks so light compared to the rest of the background, and that I feel like I can't jump into these. I feel like these are stable, like I should be able to jump and land on them. Especially over here, it's the first time I thought that. I thought that this would, I just keep running. I was surprised when I saw that. That was weird. I almost double jumped off of that. It's down here. Oh, you can jump through these. Interesting, I didn't know that. That was fun. Got the music. Alright. I don't know how to make the yellow show up. You have to get something in. Ah. Maybe now I have yellow powers. There we makes yellow, red make orange. That's really interesting. I like it. Game over. Yeah, the animation makes it feel that way. I think so. I only dread poop on the browser movies. Funny space face. So I think I got everything. I'm not sure if I missed if there's an actual end or if it's just kind of like collect all. So I feel like I collected everything. Let's see if there's something I feel like I missed. I really love the background. Interesting. I'm gonna go ahead. Oh yeah, level continued. Alright. We'll get one last go here. Feeling red. Got the other beauty. More over here. There it is. I can't remember if there's something down there. Trick that guy to die. Yellow thing. Get another little cool coin thing here. These bricks are changing colors. They're orange. Not sure where to go next. When you come back from here, I don't think I want to fall down there. I can't see. I came in here, I got the coin. Ah, look at this. Interesting. Oh man, I thought I was dead. Level complete. Did it. Is that it? I believe that's it. Man, cool. That's a pretty sweet game. There's something with the physics a little bit. I was able to like jump into some walls here and there, so there's some spots where I'm probably able to like stick into things that I shouldn't be able to stick into. And I felt like the design, after I got the yellow thing, I was pretty lost there. It took me a while to figure out where I was supposed to go next, because I get led in a circle. It's hard to draw. I need like a drawing, a place to draw. You know what? It's not even that. Let's open up the spray. Let's do this. It's happening. It's happening. I feel like so. Thank you. You start off, you jump up. If you're cool, you go to the secret. That's the cool people secret. You come back down. Then you're coming over. You do some weird up, and then you go through this weird platforming that you get to the bottom of, where there's that chain link fence behind you. Then you jump up a couple times. There's an awkward red pipe here, which doesn't do anything, but feels like it's supposed to. And then you go forward. Eventually, you end up in this loop where you end up going up. You get the yellow thing. You come across the top. There's a secret thing to collect up here at the top, and then you fall back down, and it's just a big loop. And this is where, when you come back down from the yellow thing, maybe there should be like a yellow platform tube thing area that should like lead you down better than what's there now. And the enemy is just weird because he's the only enemy in the game. So yes, being able to look down would be a huge help. Absolutely, being able to pan the camera would have totally solved it because I could look around, and that would have knocked it right out. But those are my thoughts. Is that there's something that's just a little bit off there. All right, let's go back to Optical Game Jam. Back to work. Back to Optical Jam number 5. Which reads. Played this one, we played this one, we played this one. We played Canvas Bandit last time on the stream. We will check out Info Year. So let's check out Optical Jam 05 by Not Applicable. Fixed issues, you're drawing a screen each time. Who knew that was a bad idea? Work in progress game based on Optical Jam number 5. There's a couple of particle spawns. You pick colors from there and mix them and try to get the target hue. I left downloadable files as a record, so it's made a jam. But it's not playable. But then there's development log saying it's working. Let's see this here. I embedded the working version of the game finally. It took me an embarrassing amount of time to cut it up. Alright, sweet. So let's check it out. Here we go. Run the game. T. Del Rosa says, for Chroma Gear, I'm adding the player health along with new and improved enemies. The enemies you played before would merely shoot down, others will actually aim at you. It officially has threat now to keep the player moving. Nice. That's a big solution to that one thing that I didn't know how to solve. Alright, we need to find out what our target hue is. It's probably the center piece here is green. It's like more greens. Oh, now it's like a light blue. So we'll get some blues. Now like a neonish green. It's a very interesting experience. I don't know because you can't get white. some of the colors I don't think that, or black, you can't alter the shades. There's like a neon pinkish purple, which we can try to pick up over here. Blue, green. I have a score of 15. I don't think this game was fully completed though, but it's a very interesting concept. If the idea is to move around and collect the colors to create the hue that's in the middle, there are some of those spawning down here on the bottom. It seems like a complicated concept, so it must have been hard to execute. There's some weird tearing here too in the screen. There might be a way to think of doing this in a less complicated fashion. Oh, now I'm drawing. That's interesting. Now that's kind of neat that I could draw with this. If it was simplified to maybe like one of 3 colors, and there was outlines to draw in, that would be something more playable and maybe easier to tap into. All right, let's go check out another game. We're gonna jump back to our Optical game jam, because that feels like it wasn't really all the way done. Play Enderelli. We'll probably play Enderelli at the end of this also, just to take a look at it. And we're not just limited to Optical Jam, so if you are joining us or you're in chat and you have a game or something that's work in progress that you want, feel free to link that and we'll play it on the show. But right now we're just going to go through. T. De La Rosa's in chat. They are the host of Optical Game Jam, so we're playing through all of the entries for their Game Jam here while we hang out. This one will be called Painting with Vortexes. And it might be worth mentioning that there's a shape that looks exactly like this shape. That's the theme, is to do something that's inspired by that shape. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Nanuker. Take it easy. Thanks for coming out and hanging out. Appreciate you. All right. Painting with Vortexes. Let's see. So many games. We'll visit their game page. Run the game. You paint with vortexes. Use escape key to hide and show the UI. Instructions. Make vortexes by making rotating motions on the screen while holding the mouse down. Hold the right down to make the main vortex move. More brushes and buttons in the top left corner appear on the screen as you unlock them. Most are unlocked by time, some are not. Alright. Start game. The right mouse button. Okay. There's like another vortex there too. I don't think, maybe this is what we should. We can add a green sphere. Red sphere. I see. It's a very interesting experience. I'm overwhelmed. I'm like, what is this doing? This is why I love the game jam using image prompts. You get all sorts of interesting visual experiences. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, is this moving the paint around? There's some really cool splatter effect going on here. And, you know, T. Delaros, that's why I love playing game jam games, is because overall, like, you get extremely unique experiences that you don't see anywhere else. Like, that's is one of the things I love about game jams, is you see the coolest and most interesting ideas. Look, it got smaller after maybe that's the decay. Uh, Still go. Well, the rotate's going up now. Whew. It's neat. Whoa. How do you get the UI back again? I want to make it look like that. Or that. Or that. Hmm. Let's download it. Let's play the Windows version. I have a feeling that it's going to be different. Uh, I do. Well, there you go. Oh, the pull might be how much it's pulling the green sphere in. Oh, yeah. It's like a gravity type thing, I think. Wow. The UI stacks up a little bit, which is kind of a shame. Let's the green sphere, if we remove it and then add it back in now. Now it's pulled in by the vortex. I think the pull didn't affect the green sphere as much when we first added it. Get some more blue going on there. It's pretty neat. Now that we I know a little bit more about what I'm doing, about what the pole's going to do. And we can move it around. Come here, guys. Come over here, guys. It's like we're playing with gravity almost. This is a very bizarre experience. Here's the cylinder. They collided. Oh, wow. Optical Jam. Thanks so much. Appreciate you guys. Wow, that's amazing. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. So yeah, one of the things is my video card's about 5 years old. So when I play a lot of Game Jam games, especially ones that have nice 3D shaders, that really causes a lot of problems for the stream. They run fine on my machine, but getting the video to be out. So that's kind of the big goal right now, is to eventually get one, which I'll be able to get no matter what, because I don't stream for a living. I have a day job, but I like to play everybody's games. So I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. So awesome. All right. And the one thing I try to do is spend a lot more time on people's games to really, I mean, as you see, hopefully, like here, like I'm not just rushing through to say, oh, I played all the Optical Game Jam games and give each game like 20 seconds a time. I try to be kind of critical and have a good time. So, thank you so much. It's awesome. All right. Pretty sweet. I have no way of leaving this game. I will take a screenshot, though, before I close it. Let's get this thing whipping around again like we did before. One thing is, I wish I could hold the button down instead of having to spam click. Let's see if we can get these guys to scroll up on us. There we go. I wonder if you go to negative pull, I can actually push things away from you. Oh, what happened there? So we don't see the vortex anymore when we go to negative pull. And in positive, that's when you start to see it. But it did start to push everything away, though. Or I'm going to go back to negative pull, and then we'll take our screenshot. I like all the colors. Alright. I lost my screen. Hold on, I got this. There we go. Here it is. Bam. That's our artwork. I'll sign it, and then I'll post it on their thing. Cool. I'll autograph it in a minute, and then at the end of the jam, and then I'll post it on their page too. So we'll give them some feedback. Wonderful stuff, though. Like I said, the one thing that I would change, or that I would like to see, is if I could click it and hold the button down here. Like if I wanted to make the radius larger. If I could, so they're using Unity, so it would be like on, it would get key down, or get key pressed. There's 3 different actions for the new input manager, not the old school input manager, and one of those you can fire into during the update, and it'll do that. I'm absolutely sure of it, 100% sure. I'll write that up very specifically in the comments for that game when we're done. Let's go back to, this is my problem with itch.io. Now I want to go back to, oh, here it is. Optical Jam. I'm like, I want to get back to the entries. Take me right back to the entries. Alright, playing with vortexes. Platformer boss fight. It's coming up. The 2nd edition in platformer series. Submitted by Septic. It's the first game in the platformer series. Now that he has a series, I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I want to play all the platformer games. All right. Press 11 to make the game work correctly. So go to full screen. We're gonna go throw this into Chrome again. I see. So the reason I'm doing that is I skimmed really quickly with my eyes and I saw there's a space control here to toggle the music. So I'm just gonna make sure it's in Chrome so that we don't have any problems. All right. Story. The boss is one of the most dangerous creatures on Earth. They attack villages, destroy cities, kill people. But you give them a taste of their own medicine before they kill your square father. The square father. How to play. You spawn as a dark blue square on the left. Your goal of the story is to stay in the light blue square long enough to damage the boss. Try to survive and good luck. This sounds really fun. Alright, let's check it out. Fun game. I think I ran off the screen by mistake. We're gonna reload really quick. I think I ran it right off the screen on accident. So yeah, by staying, so it's not really staying in the blue, it's just colliding into the blue square. That's what we need to do. Oh man, okay. Alright, this is good. I like this. So, let's do damage here. One, there's a windscreen there. It's a really cool concept. I hope they add more to it. I really do. Did I not take damage from the yellow thing there? Oh, I have 2 lives left. I'm seeing more. I'm seeing more about what's going on. 1 life left. So, if this game's cool. I think it's gonna go to the right. I like that I know where the block's gonna go and that it's not random because it allows me to build a strategy to do, a boss fight. Too long there to kill him. If you kill him before that third, attack phase, I'll stick with whatever. We gotta get over really quick. And then run over here. Man, I won once. Those dudes. I wonder if that's enough. Like if I just touch the blue square. There we go. That's the trick. That's the trick right there. And then jump this first dude. There you go, leave him over here. That. Get rid of that. I won. There Cool. There we are. Man, I have so much to say on this. One is I'd like to restart. Take F11 down here. I'm just going to type it now. It's on the stream. I don't want to forget this. A couple things that'd be awesome to see in here would be sound effects when you use life. Some UI to tell how much the current queue. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, so just to see how long you have left on the blue cube would be great to be able to strategize like what you're going to do next. And then also sound effects when you take damage. So I can't keep track how many lives I have, but if I heard like some sort of noise to tell me that I was taking damage, then I would be more likely to be able to strategize on it. And then also even like some sound effects for the different styles of attack that the boss is doing would let me kind of use my ears and audio to be more aware and to kind of better plan for what's going on in that game. That's a really cool game though, a lot of fun. Let me do a link to this really quick in the chat in case anybody watches this later on past broadcast or video on demand and a VOD. There's the chat link to the game that I just played. And we're going to go back to more Optical Jam. There we go. I am not good at navigating through. Big Crush will be up next by convention. Alright. Big Crusher. A game concept I tried out for 1 week game jam, second game I've created so far. Hope to polish it up and add more content in the future. This is a physics-based platformer. Roll and jump on the platform, squashing bugs. Roll into the purple square to complete the level and try not to fall off. Explore for bugs off the obvious path for a higher score. Gotcha. Alright, so arrow key, up arrow jumps, down arrow will slam, and then we can roll left and right. So pretty simple controls. Make sure I think we're already following. I'll double check when I go back through to post feedback on everybody's games and links to their game in the video. I'll also make sure I'm following everyone to see if there's any updates, and we'll replay their games on the stream if there are. Let's go ahead and download this. I think this is the one that we just downloaded. Start Bug Crusher. Bug Crusher. Time to start. There's the bug. Oh, and we can slam down. Let's slam down the bug. Oh yeah. This is very interesting controls. Skirt. Oh no, where are we going? Bam. Alright, let's jump back up over here. Oh man, these physics. This is so much fun. There we go. Because you can... oh no. Oh, and there's like a kill area if you go... Okay, we need to replay. Our score was 3. We can do better. Oh man, I hope they do update with some sound effects and stuff. Replay. Come on, Unity. Let's go. Dot load scene. Level manager. Oh no, it's crashed. It just crashed. Alright, let's play it again. I can probably help them with this too. This is their second game if they want help. Oh, this is cool. Here's a bug. Damn. We could build it for Mac and Linux also. Because it's Unity. Alright. I would be willing to help that as well. Do we come off of here? I don't remember. Yes, there's the blue bug. So if we jump over that, we die. Our score now is 8. Uh-oh, where are we going? Maybe like a different colored background or using some sort of object to tell us when we're going to die if we go out of the level. Like, I don't know if I'm going to die. I'm scared to explore. Yeah. We'll go main menu to see if that works. I think all of these buttons are crashing also. So we'll just close the game and restart it again. There's the game. There's the program. There's the game. Alright. And here we are again. Let's try it one more time. I'll link Bug Crusher in the chat also in a moment here, in case you're watching this on a past broadcast. If you are watching this on YouTube, if this was exported out, then know that all these games are for a game jam on Itch.io. T. De La Rosa hosted a jam called the Optical Jam, and you can play all of the games in the YouTube link. I died right away? What? See if you can beat the score of 8. Right now, my current highest score, if you are watching this. Click the link, download the game, and give it a go. Give Bug Crusher a shot here. Alright, they have like the cutest little bug animations too. Just don't go off the level too far, or else you'll get a game over screen. Alright, I think I need to go this way. I'm almost scared to jump. There's the blue guy. So yeah, definitely if you're gonna say, you know, explore off of the main game path here in order to find more bugs and kill and get a higher score. Now my high score is 10, so that's the score to beat. You gotta color the level or let the player know. Like put a wall of lava somewhere so we know where we're gonna die at. Because right now I'm really like I want to go and explore past that wall. But I'm also scared to lose the game, because if I jump too far, I'm going to get a game over screen. Like that. Exactly like that. That's killing me. It's making me real sad. Alright, I'm just going to go down this time and see if we can get higher than 17. That one's worth 3. Also, what's the scoring here? What's going on? I feel compelled to make a game inspired by Bug Crusher. I like the ideas. Oh, hey, you can go down and slam. I forgot. And we're dead. I think that's going to be our highest score, 17. I don't think we're going to get... Well, I want to go past that, though. I'm compelled because I can see. Visually, I can see there's more game there, and it's, as a player, to make me want to go and explore. What we need to do is throw in some sound effects and some music, and make these bugs move a little bit. Don't jump too far. And show us where the kill zones are at, because it's really scary not knowing when you're gonna die. Alright. There we go. Oh, I almost nailed that dude. Should we go up this way? Nope. Game over there too. I think 17 is as high as we can get. Here we go. 3. Oh, you can jump in the... I was able to jump in. There's no ground check when you jump, so you can do this. Alright, he's down. He was worth 5. Blue is worth 5. Red is 3. Let's see. Yellow is going to be worth 2. Oh, poor yellow. And green must be worth 7, I'm guessing. Green's my favorite color, by the way, in case you were wondering. That's it, 20. I believe that's a perfect score. Oh, and there's more levels? Next level. I think this is going to crash. Alright, so I do a lot of stuff with Unity. If you're wanting to debug any of that, and you watch this video, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to take a look at your game if you want. Up to you, and kind of help show you some things that we could enhance it with. Not just fix the crashes, but also do like a ground check so you can't jump in the air and that kind of stuff. So totally willing to take a look sometime if you want to get together. We could stream it or something too. That would be cool. So really excited to see a new developer, Kavinci. We're giving you a follow here. And overall, exciting and fun to play game. If you guys want to check out Bug Crusher, I think this game has a lot of potential. It's a fun little idea. Feel free to go check it out. I want it to be so much more. So reach out to me. Let's see if we can do something that would be fun. Alright, let's go check out more Optical Jam entries. We are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away from being done with the Optical Jam. So if you're joining us and you have a game that you've been working on, it doesn't have to be for Optical Jam, but we'll add it to the queue at the end of all the Optical Jam games if you want. Also, I do a show Wednesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Time in the United States, which is about 2 in the morning in Europe. And then on Friday, do a new show at 7 at night in the Eastern United States time, which is about 2 in the morning in Europe. So you're right now watching the international show, which is our Saturday morning 8 a.m. stream, 8 a.m. in the Eastern United States time, which is actually like 2 or 3 in the afternoon over in Europe. So I try to do one show in the morning a week, so that way everybody can kind of have a time that suits them. Bug Crusher has phenomenal potential. I really want to help out there, especially the bugs with restarting the level and stuff. I think that it's not too hard to do, and then throw in some audio. It's the concept is fun, and it was a good game. I would like to check it out. Let's go ahead and check out Cardbat next. So I will remember to link Cardbat now in the chat. Here we are, and welcome to Cardbat, simple card game to have fun with, made for Optical Jam number 5. Audio by Kenny. Have fun. I thought I heard something. I swore I just heard something. Alright. Here we go. Download now. Take me to the downloads. Damn. Cardbat. Cardbat 2. It makes me want to know, where's Cardbat 1? Alright. Made with Unity. I missed the instruction screen. You won. Press S to start another game. Simple card. I can't. I think it's like rock, paper, scissors. Red beats blue, blue beats yellow. But we don't know what they're going to play next. So, red beats blue, red beats blue, red beats blue, blue beats yellow, yellow beats red. So if you look at the screen, you can kind of figure out by doing a counterclockwise triangle here. Yellow's going to beat red, red's going to beat blue, blue's going to beat yellow. So it's a Yomi kind of challenge, rock, paper, scissors, if you will. Now I know I only have one yellow card. And I have 2 reds and 2 blues. I don't know what the computer has, though, so that's a tie. The computer scored one, because the computer played yellow and I played red. Now, I scored one because I played blue and the computer played yellow. I wonder if they get the same cards I get. I lost. Okay. If they have the same cards I have, then I can throw blue. So they threw yellow, I threw blue. Which means they have a yellow and a red and 2 blues left. Since they have 2 blues left, I can throw my red because I have a higher chance of taking out one of their blue cards. And I scored 2. So now, because they threw blue and yellow, which means they have a red and a blue and a yellow left. So it's kind of like, I don't know what they're going to shoot next. There we go, it scored 3. If this is all hypothetical, we don't know if they get the same cards as we do. Alright, so I know that they have a yellow left. I'm going to throw blue. Alright. No. I don't think they have the same cards as we do. But I won 3-1. So. There's no sound effect for losing, there's only a sound effect for winning. Wow, I'm not going to win this one. And also, once the computer has 3, why even, why play the other 2? All I have is yellow. And the computer threw red, so now I definitely know that we don't have the same hand. If the computer had the same cards dealt that we had, then you could actually kind of strategize to see, like it would turn into a trick-taking game, which would be neat. But because it's random, the whole thing kind of just feels like it doesn't matter what you do, it's going to be a random outcome. You never know what's going to happen. And you should also have a sound effect for when you lose. This would be very neat, though, if there were more cards. Maybe 5 cards is fine. Maybe even go less cards. Maybe like 4 cards. And the computer has the same hand that you have. And then you could bait them like, oh, I'm going to throw red to see if they use one of their blues. There's ways to build strategy into it. Exactly. Tito says the same cards that have strategy and risk. You could actually kind of play out some stuff. I like that there's a sound effect when I win, but there's one I lost. It's real simple, but I think just a couple of tweaks you could actually change it and keep the simplicity of it, and without a lot of effort, make it into something that's a little bit more something you can strategize. Because right now it's just you can flip a coin. Who knows what's going to happen? So it's missing that element. And one way to get there, and there's many ways to get there, and this is subjective, but one way to get there would be to have people dealt the same cards. There's also other things you could do to get there as well. Like maybe make it so you can't throw the same color twice, right? So you can't go yellow, yellow. That's another rule that might help create some sort of strategy and some mechanics, some limitation. Or maybe after you throw blue, you can only throw red or blue again. There's all sorts of things you could do to kind of enhance the experience and give it more depth, but without having to do a lot of work to get there if you want to keep it simple or you have a time constraint like a game jam. Let's view the rest of the game jam, optical jam entries. And Death Wheels coming up next. Top-down shooter. I like me a good top-down shooter. Let's see, this is by Ajoy. Follow Ajoy. I like to follow everybody, and I'll make sure that I do that when I put the comments in, because a lot of times if I see that I already follow you, then I'll go back and remember what other game you made and look for updates and stuff too. Downloading the Death Wheel RAR. Death Wheel. Yeah. Checking it out. I just tried to double click the RAR when I need to extract it. Whoops. Here we go. It might be kind of loud. I don't know if anybody was here for the 9-hour stream that we did like a couple months ago in February. There's this game. Here we go. Right about there. Nice. Oh, I like that it's on the theme image too. How cool is this? I don't do anything in 3D, you know, and I think maybe it's someone I should start to play around with that. All my games are 2D. But playing all these game jam games, I think, you know, maybe I should mess with that sometime. So what's this 102? Is that my score? Oh man, that guy's came right from my face. These guys don't look the best with me. Oh, they all work the same. That guy's working 10, that guy's working 2. So there's some scoring system. Yeah. Oh, you can't run down that one. It's a dead end. You know, this is how you do not to make this game. I'll link this in the chat here once I'm done playing it. I think I forgot to do that again. So pretty bad for that. If you are watching this later on as a highlight on Twitch, all the games are linked in the description, as well as on YouTube if you're watching this on YouTube. All the games are linked in the description. So, just so you know, you can play all these games. And if you do decide to play, and leave some comments and feedbacks for the developers, because one of the best parts of the game jam is, you know, trying out a new idea or something that, you know, maybe you haven't thought of before, and the game's inspired you. But one of the best and most rewarding parts of the game jam is to get feedback and to, you know, have somebody talk about and give you some tips, some advice, and some, you know, constructive, you know, positive criticism. Ideas that maybe they were inspired by the thoughts. Really the conversation aspect of the game jam is fun. For me, personally, as somebody who makes games also, it's really what I do. So please, if you do decide to play any of these games, make sure to give some comments and some feedback. Right now, I'm not feeling the pressure of like, I'm not feeling the game getting more difficult. I feel like it's not ramping. And it could be ramping really slowly, but at this moment, it's beautiful. I'm making lots of pretty colors. I don't think I've really taken damage yet, though. Now I took damage real quick there. So 345. That'll be my top score. I'll post that later on too. Let's see if we can do it. think the screen shake is running on like a timer of how the mouse is being held down and not actually when I'm firing the bullets. And it's a little bit noticeable. Like instead, just like if there's a really small amount of shake, like when I shot, I think that would feel a little bit better than what's going on now, which is like if I hold the mouse down, it just feels like it really starts to shake. Maybe it's when the bad guys get hit. Oh, that's how it's working. Okay, now I see. When you make contact with an enemy, that's when the screen shakes. I think it would feel better if the screen shook as bullets were fired, but shook a lot less. I don't know. Something to try and see how it feels. I have no idea how it would feel, but I would imagine that's the feeling that I want to feel right now as a player. Screen shake. I also like the permanence of when you kill something, that there's, you know, death and the paintball effect that's going on, the splatter on the level. It definitely gives it like a nice game feel. Like, look at all these dudes that I've killed. There's a really good game talk on YouTube that talks about screen shake, sound effects, and, you know, permanence and death. I can find it at some point and share it with everybody. It's a really, really good YouTube video on game from a few years ago. It might be in the GDC vault. Hi, Rain Drinker. Good morning. Good afternoon. Yeah. 345 is our best score. I like there's options in here too. Post progress. What is that? Oh, post process. Got it. Yeah, overall, it's a cool game. I feel that it's unforgiving when you do get hit, and that there's like I have a health bar, but I feel like it's a one-hit kill. And then the other thing is the screen shake. I think might feel better when it's no, you didn't kill me. No, it's not your fault. Yeah, it's a great game. The music, yeah, it does not match up with the action that's going on. I like the screen shake. I like to see what it feels like. I wish I should make a game with screen shake to see if it feels better with the mouse or when you hit an enemy. I want to know. I wish Joy was in here. One of them. Come and hang out. All right. So we could ask them if they tried it. Maybe they tried it and it didn't feel right at all. We don't know. Robot Arena. This game looks really cool. With a sketch in the background. Oh, let me post a link too. Hold on. Hold on. Back to Death Wheel. Back to Death Wheel. Back to Death Wheel's game page. Alright, if you're watching this in a previous highlight, there's the link in the chat. So if you're watching this on Twitch and this is an old highlight, just slide the chat out and you'll see links to the games as I play them. We can go back now and check out Robot Arena, which I'll remember to link at the beginning here. Playing through all the Optical Game Jam games right now. So there's Robot Arena, this is the game we're about to play. Art, 1-800-Jesus, Canonical, and Teenage Program Fiker, created for Optical Jam. No instructions. We'll see what happens when we hit play. We'll go full screen. Full screen. My audio, I don't know. And I just messed with the volume. Can you guys hear me okay? Is it too loud? Is it not loud enough? We won't know. Move the microphone. Voice sounds a bit weird. It might be because it's morning. You hear my dog barking? I also have a fan. Hold on a minute. Let me go change something. Let's see what this does. I have an air purifier running in the room right now. All right. How is that? Is that better? Could be better. It sounds a little like I'm underwater. Let's see here. Put my monitoring headphones in really quick. We'll find out. Oh, let's see. Can adjust. It's smart. Put the gain on the back of the microphone. That might be a little bit better there. Let's see if you can hear me now. So just turning down the gain. No, yeah. Chat lag. The best part is that Twitch has a really, really good amount of lag. So I think the gain might have got bumped as I was moving my microphone around because it does obstruct my vision a little bit. So when I work on my own projects and games and I'm doing art, I have a hard time of seeing that. So I come from another stream, so I'm pretty sure it's not on our side. Yeah, it's probably me. I probably bumped the gain. So I just turned my gain down, and I have my monitoring headphones in now, so I can hear my voice, and it sounds better. So this is good. Hey, check, check, check. Optical game jam. Optical game jam. And then this is probably bad. Hey, check, check, check. Optical game jam. Yeah, so let's just drop that on down. All right, we'll see. Start Robot Arena. I also drink some coffee. Optical game jam. I can also tell that I think the quality might be degraded. I don't think that's the problem, but I can look at that later. My bitrate looks fine. We're not dropping anything, so we should be okay. All right, monitoring headphones in. Let's start. Red Arena Tier 1. Do let me know if you can't hear me though, because I did mess with the microphone volume just now. So do let me know if you can't hear me. Red Arena Tier 1 Workshop. Let's go to the workshop. Seems okay now with my new headphones. I dropped the gain all the way out, and usually I don't have the gain turned on this microphone. So I think what happened, the gain button, let's show you guys. Show the stream. The gain is on the back of the microphone, and the front, which you can't hear me now. So if I move the microphone, then you can't hear. Like I bump it all the time, so it's probably something that I did when I was moving my mic around. I think it's me. I think it's fixed now. I should sound a lot better. Hopefully. Alright. Welcome to the Optical Game Jam. Green painting. Carbine. Luger. Green painting. This is our gun. We'll use the carbine. So it's like we're going to fight robots. Oh. Am I shooting? How do I shoot? I don't think there's instructions either. We need controls. So one thing that absolutely need to know is the controls of the game. I did do damage at one point. Hmm. The art's really cool. I don't know how I'm attacking though. Unless it's just automatically attacking when I'm in range. Which it must be. Huh. And these walls are not really walls. Well, some of them are. Right? Like this is real. I'm stuck in a corner now. The shooting happens automatically. So you just move with, I'm moving with WASD. I won, but I can't play any other levels. And then I lost. Alright, let's switch out to Luger. See how this gun's different. The enemy has the same gun as me. I won. I think these were designed to also be other levels that we could play, but it doesn't look like it was finished, which is a shame because the game is kind of neat. It's and the art. Look at this, huh? This is pretty sweet looking. Kind of looks like my garage. If that was my shop vac, then my dust collector. It's supposed to be a robot, but it totally looks like a shop vac and a dust collector. It looks like my wood shop almost. It's about as clean as my wood shop. Yeah. But I think that that's it, unfortunately. That's too bad. I wish there was more on it. Hey, the dull me, how are you doing? We played your game earlier. I'll send you a thing about it later on. We'll post it on there. Right here, Color Shapes the World. A couple of things that I said. I had a good time playing it. It was really fun. There was one puzzle, I think it was the second level, that now that you're here in chat, I'll just give you the feedback directly, but I'll also write it up and post a link later on. I've been playing with the microphone too, so let me go grab this out. Turn the monitoring off. So one thing is that there's a level, it might actually be this level, it's here in the screenshot. Anyway, what happens is there is a spot, ignore this, there's a spot where there's a level and you have like a block here and you have a thin spot and there's a block that has to get moved from the top to come down and you have the triangle and the rectangle, and in order to get into the finish, which is like down here, you need to have the triangle, go triangle somewhere, probably not a line. You have to have the rectangle come here and then the triangle jump on its head and come over here to go down into the goal. And the rectangle can go down here and get to the goal that way. And what happened was I ran down here with the rectangle and went to the goal and then realized my mistake when I went back to triangle up here. And I had to restart the level, but it was like all the way back here and I'd already solved all the other puzzles. So that's one thing that I didn't, that was the one part that I really didn't enjoy out of the entire game. All the other stuff was a lot of fun, but when I got to that spot, it was really defeating. It was like, really? Like, I already know the answer to all these puzzles. I just did them all, but now I have to go back and redo it because I fell down with the rectangle instead of using it as a platform for the triangle to jump around the cube and get to the goal. And so just avoiding design situations like that would be really awesome. Yeah, I did. I hit R to restart the puzzle, but I had to go back and like do everything all over again, which wasn't enjoyable because I'd already solved those puzzles. So having to redo it again felt more like a chore. But then I beat that level and it's great. The last part is that when you get the blue circle, it's really exciting and you get all these new abilities. But then the game ends in one puzzle later, and so having more like the puzzles leading up before you get blue circle involved in the party, they're very engaging. You know, you design things out. It's really fun to play through and solve them all. But once you get the blue circle, it's like three stacking like puzzles in a row, and then you're kind of out through it. So having more puzzles, you know, more time, I guess you'd say, Yeah, and that's what I said in the video when I recorded it, is that you probably were running low on time, and it kind of shows near the end of the game there. But other than that, it was really fun. It was a really fun game. And hopefully you can come back maybe and update it later on and add some more like depth into the and just add some more creative because when you have rectangle and triangle, you've got so many really creative puzzles and how you use both of those, especially when you're going on separate sides of the map and you're kind of moving around a lot. It's really engaging and fun. It just feels like that's lost near the end of the game. So just expanding that out, which you probably would do if you had more time. And I think that's all I said in my feedback. I'll post the actual link to me doing the gameplay on your page, though, later this afternoon when we get done with all the other optical game jam games. Uh, so let's go back to optical game jam. All right. Robot Arena. So we have Lab Game and Change.exe left. Those are our last two. Yeah, I'll definitely I'll time code your like the link to your game at the end. So you'll be able to click it and just see your feedback directly. All right, the next game we're gonna play up is Lab Game. All right, and we'll check this out now. Bam! Thank you for downloading. Thank you for downloading. The game page has nothing on it, so the expectations are low for this. Just based on the game page, like there's no screenshot, there's no write-up, there's no description. It's just, this is the absolute most basic itch.io page I've ever seen. So if this turns out to be a phenomenal game, I'm gonna have to say like, hey, what's up? Update your page. Here we go. Optical Lab. What is this? You think that we're inside the circle? That's the inspiration for the jam. And it crashed. Let's try it again. We'll go this way. I wonder if there's a way to run. I think this definitely is the circle icon for the jam. There's like a boulder in the way here. I'm guessing that they were not able to finish in time. And we don't have any clue as to what this was going to be. At least a write-up on the itch.io page to give us some kind of thought of like, hey, we were trying to do this or trying to do that, or this was an attempt to create this kind of game would be neat. But without that kind of stuff, we're just going to go on forward. All right. Lab Jam. Okay, and then change.exe. Let's check this out. Death, 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 death. And we will follow BH Swaz. Run game. Please don't play this. I guess it's broken. Yeah. All right. So that's gonna, I think, tie us up for Optical Game Jam. If there's anybody else in chat who has a game that you want playing, feel free to link it. Also, you can join our Discord community, or you can follow me on Twitter for updates on the show. No matter what games you make in the future, no matter what jams you're part of in the future, T. De La Rosa, when you do Optical Game Jam number 6 or the next jam that you host, if you want to get in touch with me and let me know, be more than happy to find time, make time, and stream everybody's game again for that. So it's been a real pleasure hanging out with everybody today. If there is no more games left, I will probably wrap things up as we've been streaming for about 2.5 hours with only a small break, and I haven't eaten breakfast yet, so I'm kind of hungry. But overall, there's 15 entries in the Optical Jam. Here's a link to all those entries if you're watching this later on YouTube or on Twitch as a highlight. You can check the description for all the links to every game. You can also there should be a link to the main jam page there that I'm showing right now on the screen, and that will give you kind of a selection of all the games that were made. So be sure to take some time to check them all out. Highly recommend them. A lot of the games were really fun. I might end it out with playing another round of Ender Rally here. So I liked this game a lot. And we'll go ahead and give it a go. And see, I've downloaded it multiple times. Let's see what happens here. I will not do great. All right. Space and the arrow keys. Here we go. Everybody have a great day. I'll probably go and stream on a stand here as soon as I die. And so what I'll do is I'll start a raid, and we'll go and give them a raid and see what Honest Dan's doing on his channel. See if I can make it past the first checkpoint. The furthest I've made it is to the 4th checkpoint, and that was on Wednesday night stream. And that's that. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna make it. Alright, let's go right on, Stan. I need to eat breakfast. Stay tuned, everybody. We're going to go dump ourselves into Honest Dan Games in his chat. So we will be headed there momentarily. Thank you all for coming. The next show will be Wednesday at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock Eastern Time, about 2 o'clock in the morning if you're in Europe. And also there'll be streams in between now and then of me working in Unity on my own games. So if you follow me using the heart at the top of the screen, you'll get notified anytime that I go live. I look forward to hanging out with you all. Make sure to give Rock Knight Studios a follow. They're in chat right now. They do game development also, and then be sure to come back and hang out. Also, we have Player DBR in chat. He's a streamer as well, so look up Player DBR. And that's that. And we're done. Bam.